My family, a few days ago, something happened. Joe Biden had been accused of breaking royal protocol, breaching royal protocol by touching King Charles' back. Look at that. That's what the tabloids said. That Joe Biden had breached royal protocol by touching King Charles' back. Look at that, my family. And they called it a breach of royal protocol, that you're not supposed to touch the king. And my family, which triggered a response from Buckingham Palace, who leaked to the UK tabloid press that Joe Biden did not break royal protocol with King Charles. And my family, also, on top of that, carnival of so-called experts like Richard Palmer also came out to give their own opinion of what happened. First of all, here is what Palmer said on Twitter. And I quote, "Palace officials have gently ridiculed the idea that somehow it is a breach of royal protocol for a visiting US president to touch the back of a British monarch. They have done so about most royal protocol stories for years, regarding the term as meaningless and laughable." And my family, Palmer Richard, also went ahead to say this. My family, on Twitter. "Stories about royal family members closing their own car doors or getting out before the Queen was similarly ridiculed." My family, he's talking about what they did to Meghan, of how they accused Meghan of breaking royal protocol by closing her own car door, by entering a car before the Queen did, my family. That is what he is alluding to. My family, let's get this very, very clear, because Palmer Richard is lying. The palace never ever came out, to say that Meghan did not breach royal protocol by entering the car before the Queen. They never ever came out to say that. The palace never ever came out to say that Meghan, by closing her own car door, that is not breaching royal protocol. It never ever happened when it came to Meghan. And that's why, my family, he is lying when he says that the palace ridiculed this idea of, by Meghan closing her own car door, that it was, a breach of royal protocol, my family. The palace never ever did anything to defend Meghan. Never. The palace never ever came out like it has done for the President of the United States of America to say that Biden did not break royal protocol by touching King Charles' back, like how they've done right now. Like how they've had to come out and say that that did not happen. That Joe Biden did not breach royal protocol by touching the king's back. We never ever saw this energy for Meghan. Never. It never ever happened. So my family, for this Palmer Richard guy to come and allude that somehow the palace ridiculed this idea that getting, closing your own car door is a breach of royal protocol. My family, Richard is lying. The palace never ever defended Meghan, not even once. It never ever condemned abuse of Meghan. Not even once. It never ever happened. My family. And now, after this so-called, my family, incident that has happened, right now, you are even seeing royal experts saying this. Perhaps it's time for the term breach of royal protocol to be gracefully retired. Right now, you are hearing them saying that. My family. And even someone on Twitter, in response to Richard Palmer's tweets, said this. The abuse that Meghan experienced in the UK in the name of breaching royal protocol, my family, it was meant to just abuse Meghan. To look for anything, to use anything to attack and abuse Meghan. It was the plan of the palace and the tabloids. Some are hoping that Meghan would take her own life. And now that they can't abuse her for closing her own cardo, wearing one-shoulder dress, black nail polish, or touching her baby bump, right now they want to move on. My family, right now is when they want to move on. Right now is when they're saying that it's time to gracefully retire this term, this breach of royal protocol that they use so much and so oftenly to attack and abuse Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. My family, the tabloids even accused Meghan of breaching royal protocol by cradling her baby bump. My family, they never ever had a problem with Kate cradling or touching her baby bump, but they had a problem with Meghan, a biracial woman, doing it. That's who they had a problem with, my family. Meghan. And my family, it's so disgusting, the pain that Meghan was put through in the name of these fake royal protocols, which are clearly fake, just to attack and abuse Meghan Markle. Because that is how, they used and invented all these protocols just to attack and abuse Meghan. To the point that Meghan even wanted to take her own life. My family, it was disgusting, sad, what they put Meghan through. And my family, people are not happy with what they are seeing right now, my family. People are not happy. And my family, even Omid Scobie, had something to say about this. My family, now Omid Scobie, on Twitter, said this, and I quote, "For the most part, royal protocol is tabloid invention, created for cheap clickbait and weaponizing against anyone that they don't like. Meghan suffered because of it. And then they went after Joe Biden." Now, my family, someone asked, why? My family, let me just explain that to you. UK tabloids are right-wing leaning. And you've heard my opinions, my family, about, the right-wing side of politics, my family. I associate that with bigotry, hate, abuse, misinformation, my family. That is what, to me, right-wing means. And my family, Joe Biden is a Democrat. He's from the left. He's someone who has values. He's everything the tabloid media hate. My family, Joe Biden is everything the tabloid media in the UK hate. He has morals. He has values. He's someone who loves his son. And the tabloids hate all of that. He is someone, my family, whose own vice president is a mixed race black woman, Kamala Harris, who's done a tremendous job in America, my family, as the first female vice president. And my family, basically, Joe Biden is something which is someone who, the tabloids hate everything that he stands for. And that's why they invented this, oh look, he breached royal protocol by touching Charles, back to attack him. To look for any weapon to attack him. And my family, and because they just realized that they need Joe Biden more than he needs them, after what they did with Brexit, my family, they do need a trade deal with the US. You can't go and poke the bear. You can't go and, hurt the only person whose signature you need for a good trade deal. So the palace had to come out and say, hey, look, Joe Biden did not breach royal protocol. They did not want to cause any diplomatic incident, my family. They did not want to cause any diplomatic incident, my family. And that's why the palace did what it did. It came out and said Joe Biden did not breach any royal protocol by touching the king's back, by putting his hand on King Charles' back. And my family, based on what even Omid Scobie has said, it is the truth. This term, breach of royal protocol, has been used by tabloids to target anyone that they don't like. And Omid Scobie says this: the only ones who gain from this nonsense are the dying news brands and washed up commentators in desperate need of traffic or follows. My family, I just keep thinking in my mind how this was used to attack Meghan so much. My family. Meghan eating an avocado. Meghan was attacked even for that. Closing her own cado. She was attacked for closing her own cado. Wearing dark nail polish. She was attacked for doing that. Wearing a one-shoulder dress. Meghan was attacked for doing that. And yet, other members of the royal family have done exactly the same thing. Meghan was even attacked for putting her hands in her pockets. And there's a photo of the Queen doing the same thing. My family, there's actually a photo of the late Queen doing the same thing. So my family, it's true what Omid Scobie said. All this so-called breach of royal protocol is just tabloid invention created for cheap clickbait and weaponizing against anyone the tabloids don't like. And my family, I want to go right straight to Harry's memoir spare on what he said about, what happened to him and Meghan, but the target being Meghan, my family. Please kindly hear the effect that it had on Harry and Meghan. All these attacks, all these accusations of breaching royal protocol, my family. My family, please kindly hear this. And I quote Harry's memoir, "Spare, my family. Our honeymoon was a closely guarded secret. We left London in a car disguised as a removals van. The windows covered with cardboard, and went to the Mediterranean for 10 days. Glorious to be away on the sea in the sun, but we were also sick. The build-up to the wedding had worn us down. We returned just in time for the official June celebration of Granny's birthday. Trooping the color, one of our first public appearances as newlyweds. Everyone present was in a good mood, upbeat. But then Kate asked Meghan what she thought of her first trooping the color. And Meghan joked, "Colorful." And a yawning silence threatened to swallow us all whole. Days later, Meghan went off on her first road trip with Granny. Now, my family, here is where it all starts. She was nervous, but they got on famously. They also bonded over their love of dogs. She, Meghan, returned from the trip glowing. "We bonded," she told me. "The Queen and I really bonded. We talked about how much I wanted to be a mom. And she told me the best way to induce labor was a good, bumpy car ride. I told her I'd remember that when the time came. Things are going to turn around now," we both said. The papers, however, pronounced the trip an unmitigated disaster. My family, please kindly hear all these attacks on Meghan that Harry himself has said. Because if Harry is saying this, Meghan clearly also heard about it, my family. Also heard about it, my family. My family, Harry then said this. The tabloids portrayed Meghan as uppity. Uppity is a term with racial connotations. You hear that mostly used against women of color. It was used also against Meghan, a woman of color. So my family, they portrayed Meghan as uppity, ignorant of royal protocol. That's what they said about Meghan. They called her ignorant of royal protocol because she'd made the unthinkable mistake of getting into a car before Granny. You know, if you want to talk about Meghan's supposed crimes in the royal family, here are the crimes. Meghan ate an avocado. Meghan closed her own candle. My family, Meghan wore a one-shoulder dress. Meghan put her hands on her pockets. What else, my family? You know, what else can you think of? Meghan cradled her baby bump. My family, a mom who was pregnant, enjoying her pregnancy, cradling her baby bump, her first pregnancy, just being happy. It was deemed a crime against humanity by the racist UK tabloids. My family, now those are just some of Meghan's supposed crimes. But my family, all that was used to attack Meghan. My family, all that nonsense was used to attack Meghan. Do you know what this just shows me or tells me? It tells me what I've always known, what we have always known. The problem was always Meghan's race. My family. Because when Kimothy did it, like eat an avocado, it was okay. But when Meghan, a black woman, did it, it was a crime against humanity. When Meghan wore a one-shoulder dress, they call it vulgar. When Kate did it, it's okay. It's all down to race. My family, the tabloids were being racist towards Meghan. That's what and how they were being towards Meghan, my family. And my family, this amazing woman, Meghan, before real life, before meeting Harry, no one ever said one bad thing about Meghan. My family, nobody ever said one bad word about Meghan. Nobody, not even one person, ever said anything bad about Meghan. Until Harry and Meghan, that announcement came that Harry and Meghan were dating. To my family, the tabloids hounded Meghan, abused her, attacked her. That is what they did, my family. And even in Harry's memoir spare, Harry says he felt guilty about the attacks that Meghan and Doria were receiving because of, the contagion that is the UK tabloid press, who have been hounding him, harassing him all of his life. My family, all these fake protocols were invented and created just to attack Meghan, just to deem her unworthy of being a part of the royal family. That's why they did what they did. They wanted other excuses other than her race as a reason why Meghan could not fit in. But my family, what are these excuses? Closing an avocado, eating an avocado, wearing dark nail polish, putting her hands on her pocket. Those were the so-called excuses they were trying to use to say that Meghan, does not fit into the royal family. When clearly, the only reason that Meghan never truly ever fitted in is because the racist tabloids wanted to keep the royal family, just white, my family. That is what they wanted. They did not want a black woman or a mixed race woman to be a part of the royal family. Let's all be honest, because that is what the tabloids did not want. My family, I recall even Carnival of so-called expert Dan Wootton's very own words. My family, allow me to quote his words for you to understand what I've been saying, to back up what I'm saying. Here is what he said on an article for Daily Mail. And I quote his words. Members of the royal family should be whiter than white. That is what he wrote for a column on Daily Mail. My family, he always says it has nothing to do with race. The attacks on Meghan have nothing to do with race. He always says that. He says that Meghan is playing the race card. My family, those words from his own column in Daily Mail, it is an indictment of exactly the problem they had with Meghan. was Meghan's race. That's the main problem they had with Meghan. My family. And my family, Meghan experienced so much racism at the hands of the racist UK media. And even to this day, they have not stopped attacking or going after Meghan. My family, it must stop. It needs to stop. And it will stop. And my family, please kindly hear what Harry said of exactly what had happened, my family. And I quote Harry's memoir spare. In truth, Meghan had done exactly what Granny had told her to do. Granny said, get in, and Meghan got in. She followed the Queen's orders. However, the tabloids attacked her. My family. Harry then says this, and I quote, no matter, there were stories for days about Meghan's, breach, about her overall lack of class, about her daring not to wear a hat in Granny's presence. Imagine that. Meghan committed a huge crime of not wearing a hat. A huge crime of not wearing a hat. And my family, please kindly hear exactly why Meghan did not wear a hat. And I quote Harry's memoir spare. The palace had specifically directed Meghan not to wear a hat. The palace had specifically directed Meghan not to wear a hat. So the palace gave the order to Meghan. Meghan, don't wear a hat. Meghan did not wear a hat. However, when she was being attacked for not wearing a hat, not a single member of the palace ever came out to say, hey, look, we told Meghan not to wear a hat. Not a single palace source even ever came out to say, we told Meghan not to wear a hat. My family. Meghan did exactly what she was being told. In reality, Meghan was being told to do what she did. The tabloid media could attack her. My family, that is what was happening. The palace itself was sabotaging Meghan. That is what they were doing, my family. And my family, something just came to my mind, my family. They always ask, Prince Harry, do you see yourself, ever coming back to the royal family? Ever returning to be a senior member of the royal family, working in the royal family? My family, if you read this memoir spare, if you just read this memoir spare, you yourself would wonder, how is it after everything that Harry and Meghan have even, been through, what they've gone through, what Harry has wrote of what happened to Meghan? Why would anyone ever want to return to this kind of place? How would anyone ever want to rejoin the royal fold? To my family, Meghan is a smart and intelligent human being. I feel like one of the reasons why the tabloids, even when they're demanding for her to come back to the UK, and they say, we don't want Meghan, that Harry is welcome back without Meghan, I feel like they are doing that because my family, they know in their minds, after everything they have put Meghan through, no person who is smart or even intelligent would ever want to return after all the abuse they put Meghan through. And they know that Meghan is a smart, educated person. They know that for a fact. My family, they know that for a fact. And my family, when you read this memoir spare, my family, honestly, no one, Prince Harry and Meghan should never ever return to the royal fold. Never. After everything that Harry and Meghan have experienced, my family, clearly, they are better off as far away as humanly possible from senior members of the royal family, from the institution, and far away from the UK tabloid press. Harry and Meghan are better off far, far away from them. My family, that is extremely, very, very clear. My family, please kindly hear what Harry then said. So the palace had directed Meghan not to wear a hat. Granny also wore green to honor the victims of Grenfell Tower. And no one told Meghan to wear green. And so they said, she did not give, a care about the victims of Grenfell. I said to Meghan, Harry then tells Meghan, the palace will make a phone call and they'll correct the record. My family, they did not. It never happened. My family, it never ever happened. Meghan was never ever protected. Not even once, my family. Not even once. My family, so these so-called royal protocols were invented and created to attack and hound Meghan out of the royal family. As Harry said, they always thought, they knew that Meghan would leave because of how they were abusing her. They never ever expected for Harry to leave with her. But Harry left. And to this day, they have never been able to get over the fact that Harry has chosen, and he has chosen his wife and kids. My family, and that is the right choice to make. Not standing by the side or around your abusers, my family. So my family, each and every single day, my family, I'm thankful and happy that Harry and Meghan fled the UK. They did the right thing, and I'm happy that Lilibet and Archie will grow up far away from the institution and also the UK tabloid press. My family, for that, I'm happy for them. And that Lilibet and Archie will grow up being surrounded with so much love from their loving parents, Harry and Meghan. And no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, Diana shall ever prosper. No weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet, Diana shall ever prosper, my family. So my family, now tell me your thoughts about, fake protocols, my family, that were created to attack Meghan. I'd like to hear your opinion on that, please, my family. Please, I'd like to kindly hear your opinion on that, my family. My family, I'm just glad that Harry and Meghan fled the UK. I'm just happy about them, my family. Allow me to do some comments on this, please, my family. Someone said this. The tabloids told the world repeatedly that Meghan broke royal protocols for 7 years. That Meghan did not belong. Media outlets around the world parroted their stories, almost hounding Meghan to her death during her first pregnancy. Now it's, never mind royal protocols, we'll never forget what they put Meghan through. Never, ever, 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 ever. We'll never, ever forget. My family. Never. And someone said this, my family. It's funny how Palmer Richard never ever ridiculed or never revealed that palace officials used to ridicule the breach of royal protocol stories when they were written about Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. My family, you've heard what Harry has said. The palace never ever defended Meghan. Never ever defended Meghan. Never. So my family, no matter what they say, oh, the palace did this and that, it never ever did anything to defend Meghan, and that is a fact. That is a fact. My family will never ever forget what they put Meghan through. So my family, tell me your thoughts about, what we have just discussed. And also, don't forget one thing, my family, that Michelle Obama said that the Queen told her that royal protocol is rubbish because it is my family. So my family, never ever forget that. Never ever forget that. My family, the world will never ever forget what they put Meghan through. So my family, now tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed kindly. I'd like to please kindly hear your opinion. And we'll never ever forget what they put Meghan through. Never. And my family, hate never wins. Love wins. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, actually better than and to the regular. And all of you, members of the squad at home. We'll never allow the tabloids to rewrite history of what they put Meghan through. They will never ever rewrite history. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. The world remembers the pain that Meghan went through at the hands of the racist tabloid media and the racist royal family in the UK. Stay tuned to our next video. Once again, love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.